Galaxy Zoo was a citizen science project. The research that everyone's talking about here tonight would not be possible without a community of volunteers taking part in the project. And we're about to hear from one of the community, and someone who's been taking part in Galaxy Zoo over the last 10 years. Alicia.
Thanks, Rob. Hi everyone, thank you for coming along. I'm pretty sure I was in this pub a few months ago giving an astronomy talk for Oxford skeptics in the pub. It's a really nice pub, I must say, but I think they ought to do rocket salad. Last time I had rocket salad, then I had to send it back to the kitchen, it had gone off. One of the lovely things about an online discussion forum is people say stuff like that. So, when you've asked, is anyone here a galaxy researcher, I did not put my hand up because I sadly, I did try to be, I failed my astrophysics masters. I still want to be an astrophysicist. But anyway, who knows? So my involvement is that I wandered in by accident and I somehow got picked to be the forum moderator. And that meant I had a big community to look after. I was obviously the absolutely ideal choice for that, because people repeatedly told me I had no social skills and I was the most unpopular person I knew. Well, I don't know, I obviously did better in writing. I think I was just lucky. But you know what the internet's like these days, trolls everywhere, lots of swearing, especially from my Twitter account. But for some reason, at the Galaxy Zoo Forum, that just didn't really seem to happen. And in the end, we decided that since we were getting onto school websites and so on, kids were able to access us, and they weren't able to access most websites because of swearing, we were just going to do away with all spam, all swearing, any references to sexual talk. It sounds hopelessly unrealistic, and I think only my own complete naivety could have carried us through. Now, why did we want a discussion forum like that? Well, normally academic people they'll get into their office and they'll find maybe 20 emails. But within a few hours... Well, put it this way, it was several orders of magnitude up, is my understanding, right after Galaxy Zoo launched. Because the camera that pointed at the galaxies didn't always do the best job possible. Sometimes your whole screen was pink, maybe with an orange or yellow flash in it. And sometimes it just really wasn't clear what the galaxy was, because there just wasn't a button for it, there wasn't a description for it. And I, like so many thousands of others, kept writing into the team saying, what's this, what's this? If you've got a discussion forum, you can tell a few people the answers to what some of them are, and then they can tell a few people the answers, and then they can tell a few people the answers, and people can begin to make collections of objects that are either beautiful or very weird. So I'm going to be talking you through some of my favourite moments from that forum, and there are so many that if it starts getting light outside again, then please stop me because I haven't finished writing my talk for tomorrow yet. I think one of my favourite moments, well, it had a slightly unlucky build-up. There are many ways in which galaxies can present themselves. They might be crashing together, but one way is in which they might be overlapping. Grant, could you please come and stand in front of me? Thank you so much. It doesn't matter. Imagine that I am a torch, and I'm lighting up Grant because he's see-through.
This has happened to me more and more.
Well, in fact, I was going to give you another illustration. It's just that Grant's a bit bigger than this paper napkin. Thank you very much, Grant. You can go and sit down. I'm very grateful. Now, could you see through this if I held it up to you right now? Don't think so. But if I open it up a bit and I hold it right under a light, well, I guess you can sort of see the structure, maybe. That was a very, very hastily prepared prop. And so, well, they were planning to collect them. However, a mysterious volunteer came along and he asked us to start looking out for galaxies like this. Then that thread got moved to the super secret moderator cave, as we called it, and a message from one of the researchers said, "This user is banned until they can explain why they're gathering data on our forum." It turned out they were a researcher. They were not up to anything dodgy. And that was Bill Keel. He has been one of the most valuable community members. So the poor Bill, he had a bit of an unfortunate leader, but Bill, we all loved you. It was always great to see Bill around the forum. Because one of the lovely things about mixing citizens and scientists, scientists are citizens, but you know what I mean, together, is you get to see scientists as everyday people, not people in white lab coats who think about everything very coldly and are usually the villains in the movies, or at best someone who isn't listened to in the movies before disaster. They're people who enjoy food and drink and enjoy telling space jokes and other jokes, and who have cats and dogs and families and hobbies, and whose weather is too hot in Arizona. It was great to share so much general chat. In fact, the general chat in the forum was one of the best things. We enjoyed talking about cats and tea and coffee. We had an imaginary kettle. In the evening, people would write, "Kettle?" Some moderators would delete that as spam. I loved it. So if you're ever moderating an online community, please allow a bit of nonsense. Because people get on really well with a bit of nonsense and a bit of having a break. Things could get a little more serious. As people made friends on the forum, we began to discover each other's problems. I discovered that one of our much younger volunteers, a teenager, had dropped out of school. But this teenager was immensely bright and just thought that she wasn't good at anything. And we had a regular news item. We called it Object of the Day. Has anyone seen Astronomy Picture of the Day? It's a wonderful site. Every day a different astronomical picture and caption. We were writing loads about galaxies. I was beginning to write more and more as the researchers got busier and busier, and I began inviting the volunteers to write them. And I began to invite this teenager to write them, and I said, "Don't worry, I'll check your work. I'll teach you all the chemistry and physics and English you need." Wait, that young volunteer ended up helping beta test projects, even helping writing a paper at some point. She did some amazing astronomical work, so it's a matter of finding your niche. And actually, I found something really peculiar. I've worked as a teaching assistant in schools. Some of the kids love Galaxy Zoo, and some of them hate it. And oddly, the ones who hate it are the ones who are doing really well in their science lessons, because what they're used to is a straight answer. You're either right or you're wrong. With Galaxy Zoo, you get uncertainty. For the less academic pupils, uncertainty is normal for them. They're used to not knowing whether they're right or wrong, and to be honest, most of them don't care. They just like to see if there's anything fun here. And that's what Galaxy Zoo is to them. So, yes, I have quite a lot to say about education, which I really won't. So other serious things happened, like a lady who trained as a nurse spotted that someone else on the forum was very ill and advised her to get to hospital, and she was okay. And then there was actually some good science as well. There was a discovery of a galaxy that we nicknamed Peas for a joke. They were small, round, and they appeared green in the colour filters we were using. That turned out to be a new class of galaxy. And what involved discovering them was not just finding them and telling terrible jokes about them because we thought they were a camera mistake, but also teaching each other how to go into the website of the telescope taking all these images, how to read all these data sets, how to do searches in code called SQL, how to read spectra, the little graph-like figures that come from anything giving off a light source. If you spit all the light up from there, it will make a spectrum. And from a star, it will make another spectrum, from a galaxy, another one. From these spectra, you'll tell what sort of atoms are in there. We found that these P galaxies had spectra that suggested they were all forming a lot of stars, and indeed they are. They're the fastest star formers in the known universe at the moment. Of course, in the past, galaxies formed stars much faster because they were further away. But it wasn't It wasn't teachers, it wasn't professors teaching each other this. It was people who just happened to know a bit of the right code, or they'd read a bit of the right stuff somewhere, and we began putting all our knowledge together, building up these long threads, and learning new things. I've learned about spectra in A-level chemistry twice. I love the concept, but this time I actually got to use it. Now, an even more volunteer-led project than that was on irregular galaxies. Now, Brooke has been talking about galaxies with supermassive black holes. Excuse me, I'm just going to... Oh, I had another prop somewhere. Here it is. I've got a slide along as well, which I'm going to pass around. Well, the galaxies that we've mostly been studying in Galaxy Zoo in the first year had a very obvious defined structure. They were either a nice sort of rugby ball shape or spiral shape. Now you can imagine just sort of holding your rugby ball or making a spiral with your arms. You want to try making a spiral with your arms? Yay! But now I'd like each of you to draw a little picture in the air of a random cloud shape. Yeah, so you're going kind of all over the place, which is great because that's what irregular galaxies are like, and I'm going to start passing this round. Irregular galaxies are often pretty small. Whether or not they have supermassive black holes, I'm going to ask Brooke after this evening, because honestly, with some of them, I don't know where they would actually be. The galaxies don't have an obvious centre quite frequently. Anyway, we decided, some of us, that we wanted to study these. There's no button for them at the time, there is now, but there wasn't back in 2008 when we'd recently started. We decided, right, well, we had a very big collection of them, and we could analyse this collection. Richard Proctor, the telecoms consultant mentioned earlier, he wrote an interface where he fed in all the irregular images that we picked out for him. There was a very dedicated lady called Ida, who's in the Dominican Republic, and she went through, I think, about 80,000 images from the forum. She pulled them all off, sent them to Richard. Richard put them into his interface. We began to tick characteristics they had, not only whether they had a core or spiral arms or whatever, but whether there were other galaxies near them. We wanted to find out what was going on with these. And it occurred to me, when we think of ecosystems and wildlife, we think of important seeming things like tigers and whales and great big huge trees, but probably a lot of the biomass on this planet is plankton and bacteria and so on. But irregulars are hard to see, they're small, they're often quite dim, but are they the plankton of the universe? I really wanted to know that. Unluckily, Richard wanted to end up doing a PhD out of all this, but unluckily the university he applied to kept changing the requirements to a PhD, so I'm not sure the work was ever finished, but he did discover an awful lot about them. I want to end with my very favourite thing, in that Galaxy Zoo got into a book called Reinventing Discovery. It came out a few years ago, and it's about the importance of opening science up to the public and scientists opening their science to each other. Rather than focusing on how many papers you publish, it should be, do you make data available? Do you work with others? Do you open your data sets? Because opening your data sets can be really risky. But if you change the currency so that writing papers isn't the only way academics are rewarded, science might be a little bit different. But also, the guy loved citizen science. What he said about Galaxy Zoo was this. He said, cynics will say that most people aren't smart or interested enough to make a contribution to science. I believe that projects such as Galaxy Zoo Unfolded show these cynics are wrong. Most people are plenty smart enough to make a contribution to science, and most of them are interested. All that's lacking are tools to help connect them to the scientific community in ways that let them make that contribution. Today, we can build those tools. So what citizen scientists need are tools. They need somewhere to talk, and they need somewhere to share what they're doing. Show the galaxies, show what they're up to, teach each other. Pick your favourite thing, get good at it, teach others about it, or just enjoy yourself. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Alice. That was wonderful. It was great to hear you talk about the community like that. I'm also racking my brain for an astronomy or physics joke now, that seems to be the thing going. But the only one I've got is about neutrinos, and I absolutely will not say it on the recording. So, but before we go to the break, does anyone have any questions for Alice about the irregular galaxies or the galaxies in community itself?
Hi, Alice. I was wondering, would you say are the main ways that the community has changed from 2007 to now? Obviously, apart from getting bigger.
Oh, well, the most important change has been my least favourite, in that we've moved from the traditional forum to a more sophisticated tool called Talk, where people can more directly talk about galaxies, which has been really useful in terms of science. But people say the community has fizzled out a little bit as a result. I haven't even had the time to go near it for the last few years, so I don't really know. But lots of people from galaxies who are still friends, a few relationships formed, there's a house share. Lots of us still do keep in touch, and of course some went missing. That outside it's how I felt about it at the time, but I think overall it's been a good move to the new interface. I think what's really changed is me. I hope that other members of the community have had as much progress in their life as I have as a result. And now I've moved into academia after all, and I've got lots of research questions about what makes a good community, what makes someone ready to enter citizen science and try that starting the project off yourself. What enables somebody to do that? Is it the project itself, or is it something in their outside life, or is it both? How can we enable it better? And should it usually be the scientists setting the questions or the volunteers? And when should it be one and when should it be the other? So I can only answer you with a bunch more questions. Sorry about that, Lucy.
That's perfect, thank you.
Okay, I think we'll stop there and take a break, but please do come and talk to any of the speakers that you heard speak in the first half there during the break. I will start back again with 3 more talks to finish us up tonight in about 15 minutes.